Welcome back, YouTube. So in this video, I wanted to deal with some of the psychology aspects of investing and really what I've seen a lot of over the last year, 2 years, in a lot of the coins that went viral, or another term for them are meme coins. And I've seen a lot of just the people really just getting themselves into situations. And I wanted to address one of the most common one here, with pretty much the most common one here and I'm going to start with FOMO because I believe this is pretty much the main culprit that have put people in a lot of different situations when it comes down to investing, especially when they're new in the market. And I'm going to deal with the psychology aspect of it. I'm going to dissect this in three different parts. So for part one, I'm going to deal with the psychology aspect of it. For the most part, people want to invest. They know that they should invest, but they haven't invested the time to learn how to invest, or they don't have like reliable sources, and they typically just don't know what they're doing. But when you start seeing something that becomes popular or it's been going up, you have the notion to say, okay, well, I can jump in, I'll know when to jump out, or I can just make like some quick money here, and all will be well. These people here, you start reading these stories. Oh, look at this guy. He put $5 into this coin that was 1/1000th of a penny, and now that coin is $50 and he's a billionaire. Oh my God, I can do that too. If I can only get a piece of that, then I'll be great. And typically, this is just part of the attraction. That it's kind of like winning the lotto. Like, you'll say, oh, what are the odds? You can put in X amount of money, hit the Powerball, and win. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're throwing a dart, and especially when you don't know pretty much anything about investing. You just see this big large movement that's running with this coin, with this stock, and you jump in to try and make some money. When it comes down to like the FOMO, we have, especially now with social media, and it really that birthed a lot of these coins and these stocks and stuff like that. You have these like communities, and it kind of provides you like a comfort zone where you can, if everybody's doing it, it can't be wrong. There's these people, they post their DD, and it's like, oh my God, they seem so smart, and everybody's talking about this, so it has to be right. And I'm not saying that they can't be right. That's where a lot of the issues are. A lot of times they can be right. It's just that because you don't know how to properly invest, you end up getting in at the wrong time, not knowing the strategies to exit. You're not hedging, or you buy at the peak or after it's appreciated, 20, 30, 40%. And then obviously it sells off at that point, and now you're deep into the red. And you're like, what do I do? I don't have the money to average down. So now I'm kind of stuck. Is it going to go back up? And if it's a pump and dump, probably not. So now you're just like, oh my God, this whole thing is a scam. Nobody knows what they're talking about. And mentally, when you combat some of these things, you're going to have to look at the complete picture here and really just be honest with yourself and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. And for those reasons, I should not be investing all I have to try and do a quick flip. And the psychological aspect of saying that, oh my God, I must do this now. If you miss this boat ride, or if you miss this rocket ship, it's over. There's never going to be nothing like this again. That's simply not true. The stock market, opportunities in the stock market, they are simply it's literally like buses. Like, there's always another play, and you have to. And I know that may be hard to hear for a lot of people, but there's literally always another play. Like, we had some stocks or coins that appreciated thousands of percents. There will be others. Like, it's not going to be like this is a one and done deal. We've had stocks that have made people millionaires 50 years ago, 80 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And we're going to have stocks that make people millionaires, stocks and coins that's going to make people millionaires this year, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's the nature of the beast. What it really comes down to, eradicating that mindset, is going to be education and learning, different strategies and how to properly invest. The third thing somewhat kind of piggybacks off of the social media aspect, but literally it comes down to, it's almost like a form of peer pressure, because once you submerge yourself into these groups and you have tens of thousands of people investing in this, and you're reading the articles and stuff like that, and if you don't know any better, psychologically, you're going to pretty much just kind of get submerged into a community, and you're going to drink the Kool-Aid. And when you take a look at the broader picture, in which you really have to, that the market has, you can make money in the market. The market is certainly, is it a level playing field? Is it completely fair? Is there, no. Is there manipulation in the market? Is it slanted toward the big guys to win? Or if they get into a situation, do they have more leverage to get out of it? Absolutely. And you have to be aware of that. And most importantly, I think when it comes down to the psychological aspect and these large communities that are building, you're going to have to learn how to do research on your own. Research is going to be your best friend. I don't care if it's, me or your favorite YouTuber, your favorite guy on Twitter, whatever the case may be. Trust but verify. And you have to make those decisions for your household. And I think that what these social media platforms have done with a lot of these, because everybody can have an opinion, everybody can voice their opinions. They're, kind of like self-proclaimed, like experts and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. They can certainly be experts. They can certainly make a lot of money, but timing, and there's a lot of other factors in there, including your own individual circumstance. And when people, look up to these people, they take their information blindly, and they end up putting themselves in situations that they, can't afford to be in right now. And then it either becomes that influencer's fault, or no one knows what they're talking about. And it's really one of the reasons why that people, when they enter the market, usually new investors, when they enter the market, they're going to be no longer investing or completely out of the market within like 2 to 3 years. And normally that's due to just financial loss, because they've literally been getting killed for years, and they're now behind where they otherwise would have been if they just would have saved money. So if we can prevent that through just proper learning and being patient, in the market, instead of, because I know it's fun to have like these shortcuts and to say, okay, well, I know in the back of my mind, like subconsciously, I know that I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to join these groups. I'm going to attach myself to people who I believe know what they're doing, and I'm just going to blindly do what they do, and hopefully I can get some result, hit a few home runs, and retire in Hawaii. And that is the wrong mindset to have when it comes down to investing. FOMO is very dangerous. You don't chase green candles, you don't chase bull runs. You have your strategy and you stick to it. You stick to your plan, you plan your work your plan. That is always the motto, regardless of what's going on. I have certain strategies that I do not bend regardless of what's going on. Like, I don't care if I believe it's going to go to the moon. I don't care if I'm bullish on it long term. If it's over certain numbers, I will not touch it. And that's pretty much, you have to create like your own Bible when it comes to investing. And even when it comes down to hedging and all these types of different things. I'm going to get into this as this series progresses, but this is something that you're going to have to deal with going forward when you're investing and dealing with and battling psychologically some of these fears and uncertainties that you may have when you're new and starting into the market. I want to take a brief moment here to tell you about Skillshare, today's video sponsor. And I'm going to play a clip here from the other side of Skillshare to kind of show you what you'll be getting. I'm also going to tell you how you can get 1 month for free just by watching this video. Skillshare is an online community that hosts thousands of classes where you can learn new skills, deepen your existing passions, or simply fall down a creative rabbit hole. They offer classes like finances, entrepreneurship, and even stock investing. And that's one of the reasons I'm bringing it up to you, because I think that most of the community can find this actually useful. I'm actually starting with Productivity for Creators by Thomas Frank, because it's more so about me starting to build and get more organized through my productivity, because of the growth that I'm seeing here on YouTube and like my actual investments that I have outside of YouTube. So it's just more so laying the groundwork so that I'm not being pulled in so many directions. And as I try to expand my investments, because typically that's what takes up most of my time. And I know a lot of you guys get on me about not uploading every day, so that I'm working to increase my productivity so that I can be more present on YouTube and balance my outside investments. The best thing about Skillshare is it's curated specifically for learning. There's no ads, so you're not going to see a break or in any of the classes that you take that are specific to your interests. So it's pretty much just going to be go from start to finish. Now, I wanted to provide exceptional value for you all. So the first 1,000 people that click the link in my bio, you actually get a free month of Skillshare to try out. And again, they have classes on just about everything. I know most of the people that watch my channel are geared toward finances. So you can certainly take classes on stock investing, finances, entrepreneurship, web development. Really, this pretty much, if you have an interest, it's almost guaranteed to be on Skillshare. And you can have access to that for 1 month just to try it out by using the link that I have in my bio. Feel free to check it out and let me know what you think. And before we get back to the video, I want to tell you that the first 1,000 people who use the unique URL code in the description or my name, David Mitchell Jr., I will place it in pretty much on the screen right now. You will get 1 month free of Skillshare. Take advantage of the 1 month, see if you can learn something new or enhance your skills. Now back to the video. So just to recap, how do we deal with these top 3 things when it comes down to FOMO? Number 1, you don't know what you're doing. This is going to come through patience and learning the cycles, learning techniques in the stock market, in the crypto market, and admitting to yourself, okay, I am an amateur. I should not necessarily go into groups and take information blindly or let these, pictures and screenshots of people making fortunes, bake me into these situations where I end up losing my money and hurting myself. The market is a very complex machine. So you should have patience and take the time to educate yourself. Number 2, if you miss this opportunity, you may not get another one. That is simply false. There has been opportunities in the market 100 years ago. There'll be opportunities in the market 100 years from now. There's always opportunities. The world is progressive. If you miss this one, I promise you there will be another one. No one is shooting 100% in the market. These charts aren't 100%. There's nothing that's 100% in the market. There's way too many variables and moving parts for you to say, okay, if I miss this one, I'm not going to get another one. There will be another one. You will miss some, even when you're rich already. So just have the patience and know that there's going to be another opportunity and be patient. Number 3, be careful with these communities, experts, social media influencers, with these peer pressure things, pretty much like, I don't want to say like cult followings, but you're going to have to be careful when you're submerging yourselves in different groups here and subscribing to certain things when they're, whether they're pushing like their own coins or their coins that they invested into before they started promoting them. And you start getting yourself in situations where you literally, maybe you can't get out of just because it was a pump and dump or something like that. So you're going to have to trust but verify and do your own due diligence. That is really the motto here. That's really how you combat FOMO, is when you break it down, you're patient and you're able to do your own due diligence, do your own research, come to your own conclusions. And if they align, that's perfectly fine. But until you have, if you have a mentor or a trusted source, until they, have, shown a track record or somewhat of success or something like that, you should not be subscribing blindly to anyone. Trust but verify. And that's always, even if you have a mass amount of experience there, you should certainly always be doing that. I hope you found this video helpful. Like the video, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more. And don't forget about BlockFi. Check them out. If you open an account with them, you can get up to $250. And yes, and that is in some of your favorite crypto. That's including Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.